A very good morning, students. So, today we will start with the ninth chapter of your business studies second part book. Okay, we'll start with the chapter 9, that is financial management. So, in this chapter, you will be learning about financial management concept, its meaning, its role, objectives of financial management, then various aspects of financial decisions. Okay, so first thing, financial management, it is concerned with the optimal procurement as well as uses of finance. That means from where are you going to arrange this fund or the money, and where are you going to invest it so that you can earn higher profits. Okay, so basically money, it is what keeps the business around the world running. Okay, so a business farms, it requires finance to commence its operations, to continue the operations, for the expansion or the growth. Okay, so financial management, it may be defined as, you can say, planning, organizing, directing, controlling. Since it is management, so it includes all these things. Okay, but controlling, planning, directing, all these things are done on the financial activities of the organizations. So the three major decisions of financial management are investment decision, financing decision, and dividend decision. Investment decision, where we are going to invest. Financing decision, from where are we going to get the finance. And dividend decision, means whatever we will be earning, how we are going to use that. Understood? Okay, so it is a management of finance function. Management of finance or the funds, how we are going to get it, where we are going to invest it, and then after earning it, how we are going to distribute it. Then role and importance of financial management. So financial management, it influences the financial health of a business. Okay, and almost all of the financial activities, they are affected directly or indirectly through some financial management decisions. Okay, so some of the rules are, first one is size and composition of fixed asset, or you can say determination of fixed asset. Okay, so fixed asset, it has been an important contribution in the profit of business organization. This you all know. So under the financial management, the total investment which we are doing in the fixed asset, and also every separate current asset is determined. Okay, here we determine the fixed asset and the current asset, and this is done through capital budgeting. Understood? For example, a capital budgeting decision to invest a sum of 100 crores in fixed asset would raise the size of fixed assets block by this amount. Then the amount of current assets or determination of current assets. So the current assets, as you know, they are required for what? Day-to-day transactions. So under the financial management, the total investment in the current assets and also separate current assets are determined. Okay, for example, investment in current asset is 250 crore. So it will be then determine how much should be invested in stock, debtors, cash, etc. Then long term and short term funds. Okay, proportion of long term and short term finance which we are going to arrange. So all the financial requirement of business, they are fulfilled with both of them, the long and the short term sources. So under financial management, a proportion of both the financial sources are to be determined. Okay, that has to be assumed. So long term sources, what they means, what they do, how they help, they provide capital for the business for a long time. Okay, so obviously the cost of long term, it is higher than the cost of short term. Okay, therefore if more liquidity is required, more cost shall have to be borne and vice versa. So under financial management, the proportion of both the sources is determined on the basis of liquidity as well as the cost analysis. Then comes debt equity ratio, means debentures and shares. Okay, so of the total long term finance, the proportion, the long term and short term I have told you now. So out of that total long term, now the proportion has to be decided of the debt and equity. that how much you are going to raise from the debentures and how much you are going to raise from the shares. Got it? Then all items in the profit and loss account or determination of P&L account. Then the various items included in the P&L account of the company, they get influenced by the different financial decisions. Okay, for example, like interest. Interest, it is related with the amount of debt. Depreciation, it is related to the amount of long-term assets. Then discount, position of liquidity. All these things have to be determined. Okay. So we can conclude by this role, we can conclude that the decisions of financial management, it deeply affect the business. It affects both present as well as future financial statements. Okay. Then comes, so these were some of the importance. Then comes objectives of financial management. There are basic two objectives. The first one, profit maximization. The management, the decisions related to the finance, it has to be in such a way that we achieve more and more profit. Okay, we have to increase the profit of the organization. Then wealth maximization, this is for the shareholders. That means whatever they are investing, they should get the higher returns from that. Then, as I already told, it is dependent on the three major financial decisions. That is investment, financing and the dividend decision. And these decisions, they collectively known as finance function of the business. Okay, see. These are financial decision. So financial decision making is, it is concerned with the three broad decisions. Okay, investment, dividend and financing decision. So first one is investment decision. Investment decision, it is the first decision. Okay, before starting the dividend and the finance decision, we have to take the investment decision. That whatever resources we are getting, where are we going to invest it? Okay, so benefit of this cannot be realized immediately since the value of the future benefits are not known. Understood? Then long term and short term investment decisions. So long term investment decisions, it relates to the investment in a long term assets. Okay, for example, while purchasing a new machine, the finance manager, he has to make a comparative study of the various alternatives available on the basis of their cost and the profitability. Okay. Then short term, it relates to the investment in the short term assets like some current assets like stock, debtors, etc. So while investing in these assets, the finance manager, he has to make the relative profitability and the liquidity of these assets.